second round. I now look at the honorable members, and I will ask if there's any clarification or any other questions relating to the answers and clarifications the members would like to post. I look at my list and I see the Honorable Member of Parliament, MP Duran. I now give the floor to the Member of Parliament, Duran.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to the Minister and the team for the responses given to the questions posed. Mr. Chairman, out of the answers that I received from the Minister, there's still some uncertainty because on one end, it's being said that the cancellation of public meetings is due to safety. On the other end is saying that no crime that was committed is linked to anything political, yet only political events are being cancelled. So I'm still confused. And as I mentioned last night on the podium, this government has done one great thing, confuse the population. Because on one end, in the same breath, you're saying that it's nothing to do with politics so far. Not only this unfortunate event of July 17, but anything before that and after, but you're not canceling any events and everything else is business as usual. Mr. Chairman, it just doesn't make sense. So maybe the minister has something that he knows that can bring some clarity, not only to me, but to the general population, that can help clear this smoke screen that is above. So I would like some clarity on that point for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member Duran. I now give the floor to the Honourable Member of Parliament, MP Westcott Williams. You now have the floor.
Thank you once again, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank the Minister for his responses, but my requests for clarifications are pretty much in the line of my colleague who spoke before me. And so I hear the Minister loud and clear through you, Mr. Chairman, regarding this issue of measures having been decided upon by the Council of Ministers. 1, 2, the guidelines are being worked out. 3, these are now with legal affairs. Mr. Chairman, it's either one or the other. Today is the 2nd of August, and what are we to expect given the 3 matters that was mentioned as measures being taken by the Council of Ministers? Namely, 1, cancellation or prohibition of political public meetings, the issue of the sale of alcohol, which according to me is a standard, something that is always decided during campaigns on election day, that there will be no sale. So that to me is something that is commonly done during the campaign. And then thirdly, the matter of election day itself and gatherings of political supporters at the polls. So does the government have any grip on when these guidelines will be finalized? So up until now, tonight, can I hold a public political gathering? If not tonight, could I do one tomorrow? And if it's going to be issued tomorrow, then would a party be able to do one tonight and not tomorrow? So when will this go into effect? And again, does the government have a grip on when will this when will it be published? I think there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding this matter. And while I've heard the minister response to the motion, yes, of course, it is Parliament's right and sometimes a duty to draft and pass motions. But that was not my question. My question was, what does the minister consider the results if these proposed measures were to be cancelled, were to be annulled? That's my question, because that's the direction the motion is going into. Cancel these measures that the COM has decided on. I want to believe that the COM has decided on these measures because they felt there are reasons to do so. So 2 specific answers I would like to have in that context. One being, okay, then when will it go into effect? And is there no grip on when Legal Affairs responds yes or no? And secondly, what does the minister envisage to be the result of not having these measures in place? So to go along with a motion that suggests that. That's one clarification I would like. Mr. Chairman, I understand there are policies that are being looked at. Some of them can be divulged, especially where gun possession is concerned. Are there any additional programs with respect to the gun possession that are being considered? Of course, I understand the control, I understand all of that, but are there any special measures? And I'm thinking of, we've heard it here mentioned in Parliament, asking for guns to be brought in, etc., etc. So are there any special measures being considered in addition to the controls that are going to be intensified? And then, Mr. Chairman, the question regarding the deployment of the Marines, it was answered in the last meeting as well. Mm-hmm. And there was a piece that has now been left out of the answer. And that piece is heightened threat or threats or risks to high-profile persons. There was that piece in the answer regarding the deployment. So it was hurricane-related, election-related, and now I'm paraphrasing, the minister answered something in that context to the effect of heightened risk to high-profile persons. I remember the question even been asked, who is considered a high-profile person? So if the minister could address those 3 answers that he gave. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I thank you very much, Honourable Member Westcott. I now give the floor to the Honourable Member of Parliament, Mr. Marlin. You now have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you to the Honourable Minister and support staff for the answers. And good morning to the persons listening and those in the tribune. Short statement, Mr. Chair. Government of contradiction, government of blame, and definitely government of chaos. We don't know where to start today because, like my colleague MP Doran said, we left with basically no answers. When I listened to the minister speak, his answers was that it was the entire Council of Ministers that made a decision. But before the decision is finalized, the political parties, factions, was told not to hold any public event. Since that decision was taken, since that press conference was held, where it was stated absolutely no public meetings, no public gatherings of our political parties. We've seen nothing less than 4 public gatherings held without a mass presence of security, without not even an argument being held by the public events for political gathering. So my question then would be, why are we still going down that track of fear-mongering amongst our people in St. Maarten? This is not how we keep elections. This is not how the public expect us to behave during an election season. But then I questioned in the last meeting about the security issue of one person. Why only one person is given security? I see there were 2 candidates in the car when this so-called incident took place. But why only one person is being secured? Mr. Chair, you want to ask me something? So, in my view, it's total discrimination, what is going on, what is happening. So, for that, I ask further clarity, why is it that one person have a whole lot of security costs in the country, a whole lot of money? I also ask, how much money is a security decal costing this country for that one person? I haven't gotten that answer. So I would like clarification on those two questions. How is it that only one person is given security decal while two politicians was in the car, and how much does it cost the country for such security decal? I thank you.
I thank you very much to the Honorable